gosh. I guess whatever knocked me out pretty much left me out of commission for a couple of days. Where the hell am I? Well, shit, my device is out of commission. Huh, I guess I'm in New York. Wait a minute. New York? King Kong? I got a perfect idea for a video, guys! Why don't we go on a huge location tour to see where all the King Kong films were shot? Follow me, guys, let's go take a look. Well, yeah, since I'm in New York, I might as well cover all the locations from Kong. So, let's start off with the basics. Now, unfortunately, some of the footage here I couldn't get myself, so I had to take some stock footage off YouTube to fill in the time. Let's start with these amazing falls right next to the city. These, of course, substituted for the iconic scene where Kong takes Jessica Lange into the waterfall. Funny, I didn't think that they were actually shot right next to the goddamn city, but whatever floats the boat. Here, of course, we have the New York airport, which substituted for bringing Kong over to Manhattan. Funny, I feel like this was also used in King Kong Lives. But hey, flying a giant ape into the city is a lot better than using a super tanker. Now here, of course, we have the university section of the city, which was used for the Petrox Parade when Kong is presented in New York. And yeah, not much has changed since 1976. I mean, this guy hasn't changed. He remembers. He was there 40 years ago. And that was one of the most memorable moments from the film. In fact, it's so iconic, I'm actually going to recreate the parade right here. I'm totally not making an ass of myself. Over here is one of the warehouses that's outside the city, and these were used to hold Kong in his facilities. I believe this is also the scene where Jeff Bridges encountered Charles Grodin to say he was quitting the circus.
I'm afraid so.
The footage is a lot darker than expected. And here, of course, we have the stadium where Kong was presented. But since then, the stadium has been torn down, so there's not much left of it, unfortunately. Huh, funny, I thought New York baseball teams always wore red shirts, not blue shirts. And speaking of the stadium, here's the island where Kong was presented. Funny, I didn't expect it to look too much like a theme park, but no matter, and unfortunately the theme park has since been abandoned. But hopefully someday it'll get revisioned. There's also a couple of warehouses here where, of course, Kong escaped his captivities. Interesting. Now here we are on York Street, which is a one-way ticket, and this is, of course, where Jack and Dwan ran away from Kong and bought a drink. Oh, those funky days of running. Here we are at the old City Hall, and this is of course where many of the police officers stopped to encounter Kong and make sure he didn't escape. This is also where Jack and Dwan hid in a couple of scenes. And in case you're wondering about these garbage bags over here, some say they actually obtained the remaining leftover body parts of Kong. That, or it could be the hookers I killed the other night. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? Now here we are in the main square of the city, and the cameraman basically spun around in a circle to get shots of Kong walking through the city. Although to be fair, doing this myself is a lot of fun. Yet a little dizzy. Oh, fuck. And here of course we have the World Trade Center where Kong made his final stand. A lot of creative shots went into this scene. I mean, look at the backgrounds, they're freaking amazing. Now, unfortunately, since then, some of the angles we tried to recreate were unfortunately impossible due to the fact that New York basically put this giant wall around the Trade Center, no doubt because of 9/11. So, thanks, government! That'll keep those terrorists out! Here, of course, is a couple of other recreated shots of some of the background plates used during Kong's rampage. And then here we are in the main square, where a couple of extras ran from Kong's attack. Pretty nifty given the fact that there's an ice skating rink around here. And our final location, of course, is here on the iconic building where Kong climbed to the tallest structure to make his final stand. And thankfully, not much has changed since 1976. It's actually pretty much the same building with the same structure. In fact, you can see the elevator where Jeff Bridges went up, including the same angle where Kong was seen overhead. And of course, right here is where Kong fell and met his demise by the weaponry of modern man. It was indeed the beauty in Alberta that killed the beast. Actually, I'm having the weirdest sense of deja vu. Did I die here or something? And yeah, funny enough, that's about it. Most of the locations shot in the King Kong movies were all pretty much right here in shortly located areas. I have to say overall I had a fun time looking at these locations, and maybe someday I'll come back and see some more locations from other movies. But until then, I might as well head home and leave the keys of the kingdom to Kong himself. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed my tour of all the New York locations used in the King Kong movies, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I say you check out the city when you have the chance. But of course I want to hear from you. What are your favorite locations from the King Kong movies? Let me know in the comment section below. So until the next video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms, signing...
Mr. BigJackFilms.
We're not in New York? Oh, the CN Tower! That means I haven't been in New York at all. I've been in Toronto the whole time. These aren't the locations used in King Kong? These are the locations used in Yeti, Giant of the 20th Century? What the fuck?